All right. Welcome back to more FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the team, the Knockout King. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing great, brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I think a lot of people out there are going to be excited, or some may not be excited. Like, we have to play devil's advocate here, right? Some people want to get
Yeah.
away from the density, but you and me, we're young. We like kind of want to be in the groove of what's going on. But we have a community breakdown for everybody today. Probably the closest new construction community to the dense city of Tampa that we can find right now. So, Chris, take them home.
Absolutely. So we're going to be covering the Evergreen community today by Pulte Homes. This is located in Thonotosassa, Florida. It's one of the suburbs of Tampa. And if you are someone that's been looking to move to Florida and relocate and purchase within a community that's going to be within minutes of the USF, and also within minutes of University of Tampa, this is definitely a location that you want to take into consideration. We get a lot of calls from families that are looking to relocate and be within proximity of some of the colleges, such as University of South Florida, such as being able to help their young adults be able to relocate and not have to pay for example, boarding and stuff like that. So this is an excellent option for you if you were
Bro,
looking
we're
for a
late. We're too.
yeah.
We're no, we're not late. When do people start college?
I don't even know.
Soon, because my daughter just started
So,
school this
yeah,
morning, right? Okay, got you. So college is probably two weeks away. So we're good. We'll post this. Some people have a
yeah,
week to come buy a home. Go ahead.
exactly. There you go. But yes, sir, this is an excellent community if you're looking to purchase, even within a mature area. Thonotosassa is a nice town that is established, but many families are looking to purchase new construction, and it'd be a nice option to be able to purchase with a new construction in a mature town that you do have an HOA, so you know that the community is going to be well kept. There are no amenities, but there are no CDD in this community, which is awesome because your HOA is only $76. I would pay $76 to ensure that a HOA does what a HOA needs to do is to
Well,
make
let's
sure
let's
that
talk
everyone
about that
gets
real quick.
paid
Then let's
there.
talk about that.
But
What's one of your favorite things? I'll tell you one of mine. One of my favorite things that HOA does is they don't allow people to park junk in their yard. That's one of my
correct.
favorite things, right? So there's other
Yeah.
things that people are. I'm pretty sure you can watch videos on HOA nightmares out there. But a pro to having a HOA to me is people aren't parking broke down boats and RVs and campers and all sorts of things. What about you? Do you have like an HOA? Like I love the fact that they have that
I think
rule.
it's the I think it's the accountability that's being held within a community, such as like the landscaping.
Hmm.
Because imagine like in the future when you're trying to sell your property and your neighbor just doesn't take care of their lawn and they're not being held accountable by anyone. So it's like it just makes your place less appealing.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I
I
agree.
think that's one of the things that stick out to me. Or let's just say your neighbor paints their exterior house pink. I don't know. I mean, no knock to pink, but
Yeah, no,
I'm
yeah. We have to say that disclaimer. We don't dislike pink. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to live next door to pink. I really don't know. Or purple. But no,
right.
in all reality, so like the reason I do like the community so far is because the low HOA. I always say I do like what HOA could have to keep things uniform or to keep it in a way where my value can stay up. But I don't like too many rules or I don't like it to be too expensive. This one right here is hitting somewhat of a sweet spot for new construction.
Yes, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And it's the location. Like this community, it's all about the location. You're within 10 minutes of USF. You're within 20 minutes of University of Tampa. But what's amazing is that you're right off of 301 and 75. So if you want to hop onto 301 and go all the way up to Zephyr Hills, all the way down to Brandon, to Riverview, even all the way south to Parrish, Fort Myers, you can do that. But you can also take 75 and have quick access to downtown Tampa, to Smartman Wharf, which is an excellent area of Tampa. And that's within 24 minutes. I mean, imagine that you could purchase a new construction home and be within 24 minutes of every single thing that people love to do in Tampa.
Man, that
I
kind of
mean,
sounds like
it
trouble, man. That kind
yeah.
of sounds like trouble. Sparkman Wharf, man, you got the whole Water Street.
Yes, sir.
You got all of that at your disposal, dude. Like you can go ride a bike. You could probably take a city bus over there, maybe. I don't know if there's a city bus outside
Yeah.
the community, but you're pretty
Look,
damn close. But you know what? The Nonasassa is still a suburb. It's not Tampa, so that's
mm,
cool, right? Like you're not in the dense part of it. You're still far enough away where you got that community feel. So I like that.
exactly. I think what a lot of people are looking for or don't even take into consideration, and I'll explain it for myself. Like I just recently moved. And I used to live in a suburb that I didn't have access to anything quickly. And for me, I feel like I gotta mentally prepare if I gotta do over a 20-minute drive. I gotta put that on my calendar. I
Bro,
gotta lock in.
you put stuff on the back. You got to go get garbage bags. I'll get that next week. We got to do all this at one trip. One
Yes, yeah,
trip.
yeah, yeah. You gotta be very strategic with that. So it's like for me, like when I made this next move where I just recently moved to, like I made sure that I moved to an area that I know I have access to everything within 10 minutes that I need for everyday life, like grocery stores, hospitals, things like that. And sometimes like there's a premium to pay for those things. But
Mm-hmm.
what's amazing is that when we go over the pricing and in this community, it is strong pricing for a quality product like Pulte. And again, in this video, we'll talk to you later on about the things that you need to look out for when doing potentially a to be build or taking advantage of some of the pre-designed spec homes that Pulte is going to be putting out in this community.
Love it. All right, a couple of questions I have for you. How many homes, how many floor plans, like all of those kind of basic things, and then we'll dive into the process. We'll take a home tour for everybody.
Absolutely. So it's going to be a total of 128 home sites. In phase one is going to be 99 home sites. And in phase two, which is in future development, which you'll be able to see, there's a lot of dirt on the road, dirt being taken care of, is going to be about 29 homes. So a total of 128 home sites. And it's going to be 6 floor plans that you can choose from. And it's all 50-foot home sites. So fairly simple. But what's really nice is that you've got a few conservation home sites that is excellent, excellent. Which I think, with it being a boutique community, I think it's going to be very desirable in an already desirable location due to where it is, based on the suburb of Tampa. But definitely, you've got 6 floor plans. You've got square footage ranging anywhere from 1,400 to 2,900 square feet. You've got bedroom counts anywhere from three to four. You've also got 2 to 4 bath, and it's definitely just a lot of versatility. You've got 2-story homes, you got single-story homes, so you definitely got a lot of options they can do within this home, and they are all single-family homes as well.
Okay, and then what's the range in price point from low to high?
Absolutely. So the range and price point, again, right now they just opened up in April, so they're currently kind of like going through the to be built process where nothing is pre-designed and prepared. No one has moved into the community yet.
Hmm.
The base price point is anywhere from 390. You can go up to about 485,000, and that's
Dude,
for a
that's
multi product.
Dude, and no CDD. Okay, we're seeing value here. Now, from
Mhm.
me to you, you know how we operate for our clients, right? Like we want to go take this lot right here and we want to stick one of those 380s on there. We want to keep the design studio down, right? But no, I mean price point, I'm a little shocked. I thought it'd be a little more because this right here is now the one benefit to maybe living in a Wesley Chapel is probably our number one suburb that we help people in, right? Is I think the infrastructure there is a lot newer. It's a lot more supported for some of that higher growth. There's hospitals and all of that stuff. Thonotosassa might not have that bigger infrastructure there, but you're a lot closer to some of the bigger, better things that Tampa has to offer, right? So I think that does kind of substitute living in one of those suburbs like that. But a price point like that close to what Tampa has to offer, that's a really good freaking price point. And listen, we stamp Pulte's product as a good level 2, level 3 product out, just in general, right? With all of the things, including the warranty that they do have. So good product.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that we love to do with these community breakdowns is that, like, we understand when you reach out to us and you lean on us, and let's just say, for example, you're interested in 3 different builders, we understand how these builders operate. Uh, every single builder is going to operate differently, their process is differently, but in every community with the same builder, their processes are going to be different. Let's just say, for example, you go to Claremont, Parkside Trails, Pulte community. There's going to be a lot more flexibility in what they do in that community because it's a master plan community. But when you take into consideration a boutique community, same product, Pulte Homes, there's going to be some limitations. And what I mean is, in this community, they're going to be giving you the base price. And right now, the lot premiums have been ranging anywhere from 5,000 to 30,000. And in the design studio options, thus far, on average, people have been spending up to 30,000. And you can spend more, yes. But what Pulte has implemented is if you do spend more than 30,000, for example, if you spend 40,000, you have to put that additional 10,000 on top of the 30 upfront as a part of your deposit. So they're definitely going to incentivize families to try to keep the price point comparable. So that way everything is comping out very similarly throughout the community. But also with the price points, like this is a strong quality option for families that are looking to purchase. maybe a first time home buyer that's looking to purchase their first home and they really want to go through the 2B build process, please get representation, because the 2B build process, 6, 7, 8 months, you really need someone walking you through that whole entire process, because that is a long time.
I agree. Not just going under contract and waiting till closing, but designing the home too. It is the luck of the draw. We say it all the time. You walk into the model home, and then you got, I call people slick back, right? You got the guy. We don't know who the rep is, right? It's slick back. It's the luck of the draw. If slick back doesn't know how to design a home, or doesn't know how to help you save some money, or what to put in your home to get your value in it, and what to not put in your home, like that'd be a terrible person to lean on for advice on building your home, right? So have somebody that understands the process, i.e. MoreFLA, to help you out with that. You can email us, team@morefla.com. We can help you with that. We are very, very versed when it comes to helping people not only design their homes, but the transparent documentation when it goes, when we're going through all of these walks, whether it's the pre-construction, the the new home orientation, the final walk, all of those things. We'll take care of it for you. We got you.
Absolutely. But not only that, just post closing. Understand that with new construction builders, there's sometimes
You love Pulte. You love closing with Pulte, don't you? Chris has a good story with them, a recent one.
yeah, I mean, it's everything that's gonna happen post contract after
Yep.
you already put your money down. And the moment that you put your money down, it's like, okay, like I want to make sure that everything that I expected at point of contract just follows through. And there's going to be a lot of surprises with a lot of these new construction builders, and not every builder has a great representation of customer service post contract going through the lending process. Some builders have representations have a representation where, for example, Pulte, they put out a great product,
Mm-hmm.
excellent product. Love helping a family purchase a Pulte home as long as it's the right home for you, but they don't have the best represent as far as like customer service post contract, not the best. And that's just true reality of the experiences that we have gone through for our families that we've helped them to navigate. So please get representation. I can imagine being a first time home buyer and doing a 2B build and wanting to ask a question or get an answer or contact a lender. You just don't get an answer for days. Like you start going through that process of like, did I make the right decision? Did I like, it's just an added
Let's talk about
complexity at
this,
every day
Chris.
of
Like,
life. Yeah.
this is one of our heavier weeks with people reaching out and inquiring. And we say it all the time, right? Before you reach out to the builder, reach out to us. This has been one of our heavier weeks in the last week of people reaching out already under contract and
Mhm.
wanting help, right? Because they feel like they have nobody to go to, whoever they're under contract with, whether it's another agent or whether it's the sales rep at the builder, right? So this is one of those weeks we had a bunch of people reach out to us already under
Yeah.
contract. And it
Yeah.
happens all of the time. Now, do you think when they were going under contract, they were going to need this type of help where they looked elsewhere for it? I don't think if they would have known that, they probably wouldn't have signed and put money down, right? So, you don't
Yeah.
know until you know. There's a lot of moving parts with it for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing when working with the More Affiliate Homes team, we're gonna guide you through the entire process based on the builder that you selected and the community that you selected. We're gonna understand their process to get you to the closing table before you put any money down. Because as soon as you put some money down and then all of a sudden you don't feel like you made a great decision, it kind of puts a sense of pressure where all of a sudden you might make a decision that you wouldn't normally do if you didn't already put that money down. So again, we really take into consideration a lot of those things, and we're gonna always be even keeled with you, no matter the situation. We're gonna help go to bat for you. Like we've been able to, like the one of the things that frustrate me the most is
Don't
the
knock them
buyer.
out.
Our,
Don't knock them out. Knock out King. Go for it. Go
but,
for it.
but like one of the things that frustrate me the most, and it's just not right. Like our buyers, they perform. They
Yeah.
go into contract. We do what's necessary, and we present all of our paperwork, and then it's just a waiting game, right? And then all of a sudden, because the other side, the seller, doesn't execute. They don't play their part, and then all of a sudden things change, numbers change, and they try to put it on the buyer to cover their mistake. And like if you don't have representation, and then you're just over here like, well, I already put some money down, like you might just end up putting coughing up more money, and it's just not right.
Yeah,
Like
I said it in the last video. We spoke about that, right? Like, you may just deal with the situation by giving more money up, right? Like sometimes money solves problems. And sometimes, when
yeah,
you're going through this and they're asking for more money for whatever reason, maybe you need a little more help for your rate instead of digging in and finding out why, which is our job. Maybe you'll just say, hey, here you go, leave me alone. I'm ready to close, right? Like sometimes money does
Yeah.
solve the problem, but like who wants to give up their freaking money, especially to these big corporations, right? Like I don't want to do that. I really
Exactly.
don't. I don't even want to give up $5 to Disney Plus. I don't. But hey, question for you here. So I thought
Right.
this when I saw the drone flying through the community. By the way, first time taking a look at the community, it was giving level 2 vibes, right? Pulte does a level 3 product where they do these structural options, they do the design studio. But I'm seeing right here they have packages in the community. So it's not full design studio, is it?
Yes, they've got the packages solely in this community. It's not a full design studio option, so it's going to be all packages. So you're going to be able. It keeps it simpler, um, and it really just helps our families help them navigate. Like, okay, let's select this package because they're going to add all the things that you know is going to add value in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I literally just had my mic on the side. I,
No,
I
trust
hope
me,
you've
your
been able to
voice,
hear
you
me.
just turned into like Bad Bunny on us, man, out of nowhere. You just went to auto tune.
I'm like, man, my mic's saying right there. I hope you can hear me. But
Yeah,
yes,
we
they
were
are
hearing you.
doing.
You're good.
But yes, they are doing packages in this community. Keeps it fairly simple. But again, to my point earlier, kind of keeps all the prices based on the floor plans that you select all consistent because in Thonotosassa, there's not a lot of new construction. I was speaking with the sales rep in this community, and she said that like the most compare like our I guess competition for them is maybe a Taylor Morrison, which is another level 2, level 3 builder, like in Plant City. And
Okay.
Plant City is another great suburb of Tampa. It's like the last I would say small town when I compare it to Tampa, but it's like the last town before going to Polk County. So it's the last town of Hillsborough County. So they say that's kind of like their comparison, and they're
That's a
about
ways
20, 30
away.
minutes away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a ways
Yeah.
away, man.
So
Yeah, so they have to control those prices then. And I get it, right? So like you go to the design studio, if you spend more than what they think would go over what the value could be, you're going to have it's not going to appraise. The home's not going to
yeah.
appraise. You got to have the cash. It makes total sense. But
Mhm.
looking at the home, knowing that they only had 6 floor plans to choose from, seeing the price points, I knew in my mind I'm like, okay, this has to be level 2. They're not giving you full range to go build one of
Yeah.
those big estate collection homes that they might have.
And yep, exactly. And you're going to get a quality home without regardless. I mean, there's a gourmet kitchen option, within those packages. So you're going to be able to get a really, really nice home. So again, like if you're a family that is considering purchasing your first home and you didn't know that there was an option to purchase within Tampa area and have access to all the fun things to do, this is an excellent option for you. Reach out to us so we can help guide you on the process of it. Because although the builder keeps it simple, like we're going to help guide you through the miscellaneous things that you need to look out for so that way you're fully prepared, so that way if there is any quote unquote surprise that arises, you're already fully prepared and ready to pivot on whatever's necessary to help make sure that buying a home is an enjoyable experience, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. And so another thing to touch on, and that way you guys aren't one of the people that are reaching out to us when you're already under a contract. I hate to
Mhm.
do that. Like that's one of the most heartbreaking things, especially when they say our
Yeah.
name. Like Christian, I've been watching all your
Yeah.
videos. I'm under contract with KB Home, whatever it may be. It's always something. And oh
Yeah.
man, that's heartbreaking. Like, what can I do legally? I can't do anything about that, right? So reach out
Mhm.
ahead of time. And I feel bad because sometimes the people probably see our videos. They're doing the research after the fact. That, by the way, people don't do research after you go under contract. Do your research ahead of time. You guys are
They-
probably
they-
already doing that. God, great. I'm like preaching to the choir. They're like, yeah, we're here. We're not under contract. That's why we're watching. But yeah, I mean, so and
yes.
and
Yeah.
if you watch the show, we say it all the time. Buying new construction, especially in Florida, it's not one big decision. At the end of it all, it's going to be a very happy decision, especially if you have some structure and stuff in place. But there is many different decisions that you have to make, right? And so I think what's happening is people are learning these or running into these decisions that they now have to make after they're under contract. That's going to happen to you. But you got to make sure you have some structure. You got to make sure you have some systems in place. We've built what we call the built method to help guide people from not just looking for homes, but getting all the way through closing without the headache,
Mhm.
without the stress, getting through all of those hurdles and hoops that will be there. We have strategy. We have strategy.
Absolutely. And put that on us. Instead of you having to do all that, you could just focus on your everyday life, focus on getting prepared to make the transition, whether you're really relocating out of state or if you're living in Tampa or if you're living in any part of Florida looking to relocate to Tampa, Central Florida, Orlando, reach out to us because lean on us to do all the heavy lifting for you.
Mm.
So that way you could just focus on your everyday life. And Christian, I got a question for you.
I
Like,
got one for you
what do
too
you
right after, but go for it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you think about it being solely a Pulte community and there really isn't any new construction within the area? Like, what do you think about like their the comps with it comping out because there really is no comparison. So I think it's a solid price point,
Oh,
you know.
price
But
point wise, it's a price point. Now,
yeah,
I'd have to look at some of the resale home. This is my thought. No new construction in the area. The Thonotosassa is going to have some older homes, right? It's just part of the
mhm,
nature of what it is. So some of those older homes price points are probably not going to be up there. Hence the reason they're pricing it at this price point. But what I do like, what's tough about being in some of these suburbs is you're surrounded by the more new construction communities you're surrounded by, the more cookie cutter it feels. Even if you live in a home that has its unique, sense of, so the fact that this is one of the only new construction communities in the area, I think, is a plus. It is a plus. You don't
yeah,
feel like, I don't know. Your community in itself has some uniqueness to it, right? You can't just
mhm,
leave and go across the street to KB or to DR or
yeah,
whoever, right? Like you got your own
yeah.
little, and then you got to go to Plant City, or I think the Nona Sassa actually has another. They might have sold out. They had big old lots with who the heck was that community?
Miranda,
Miranda. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Miranda,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was the only one. They
mhm,
might have sold out, but it was a small boutique community as well. But
mhm,
those price points were way higher than this. Those price points were way
yeah,
higher. So price point wise, and what I'm looking at is like, why would somebody want to live in Thonotosassa? In my opinion, right? You probably want to be close to what's going on in Tampa. That's just my
mhm,
thoughts. Because if you're looking for affordability, or if you're looking for something that Thonotosassa has within the city, we can show you way better options than Thonotosassa,
absolutely.
right? So, I think price point wise, I'd give it an A. I'd give it an A, 100%.
Nice. I
Yeah,
like
I'd
it.
give it an A.
Awesome. And to your point, you've got a 15-minute drive to the Tampa Premium Outlets. You've got 6 charter schools all within a 12-minute radius. Now, understand with charter schools, magnet schools, like it's a lottery system, so it's not really more of like, you get in just because you live in the area. Like that
Mm-hmm.
is a process in and of itself. So again, if that is one of your drivers to want to reach out to us and buy within this community, that is definitely a conversation we will have to ensure that you're satisfied with any alternatives. They've got a few public schools that are all within 10 minutes. You've got downtown Tampa, Water Street, which
What's
is
your
a
favorite thing
ton
in
of stuff
downtown
going
Tampa?
on.
What's your favorite thing in downtown Tampa? They
Sparkman Wharf.
You like
I
Sparkman?
like,
I like
I
Sparkman
like,
Wharf too.
yeah, I like Sparkman Wharf. I think it's a great atmosphere, a lot of family friendly things to do, but a lot of stuff to do, and I think it's an excellent area if you're looking to go out for date night. I'm currently living in a excellent area. I got a ton of stuff to do, and
That was going to
I
be
was
my
speaking
question.
to
That was going to be my
yeah,
question. Not where you're living, but like, where are you at in the process? Because Chris just closed on a new home. By the way,
yeah.
practice what you preach. And, he put the built method into his own home to get a great
Mhm.
deal on that home. But where are you at projects wise? Are you all done or?
No, I still got a ton of projects to go on. I mean, I'll tell you one thing though, like I'm definitely happy to have gone through the process of buying and closing a home while implementing the built method. And even though I had some moments where I looked at my wife and I was like, man, we need some representation. She's like,
I
call
need to
Christian.
represent myself better.
She's like, call Christian. And then my wife is looking at me, she's like, Chris, I'm your client. All right. Think of it that way. I'm like, all right,
Exactly.
cool. Fair
Exactly.
enough.
But
But
that
I put
goes to
on the
show you, Chris, that's
yeah.
a perfect example of that, right? Here you are, somebody that helps people all the time, or you close homes all the time on the team, right? And
Mhm.
when it's your home and the emotion starts to go high, your logical thinking just changes, right? Like you become
Yeah.
this emotional person that's buying the product, right? And so
Yeah.
having the system and method to really bring you back and ground you is like what we do.
Mhm.
Now, keep in mind,
Absolutely.
we get ecstatic for all of our clients. Like we're emotional with you, but at the same time, we're following something to make sure that we're hitting the steps properly for you. But that's
Absolutely.
a funny thing that you brought up.
And to answer your question, like, so my wife and I, we took advantage of a quick moving home. It wound up we negotiated and we got a really really strong deal. And
Mm-hmm.
by being so satisfied and happy with that strong deal, like we looked at all the options that came with the home and we realized, okay, like this is if we could change a few things, we would. But when you take advantage of a quick move in home, everything's already pre-selected and pre-designed and ordered for the home, so you just can't. So I sat with my wife and like, what are we gonna do? We went ahead and did the first two things in the home before anything moved in. We got LVP installed on top of tile. And we went through some due diligence to make sure that we got a quality flooring contractor that was a happy medium of quality customer service and affordability. And the the project was just done about 2 days ago, and I'm in awe and I'm in love with
I'm
it.
happy for you,
I've had a
dude.
few,
Not
yeah,
having a
thank you.
floor, man, you're probably like in a room, couldn't come out, bruh. Good job.
Yeah, so they actually installed the LVP on top of the tile, but
Okay.
one thing that I could be appreciative is to be able to have connected with someone that just walked me through the process and helped me keep me a little bit about what we do for our families. Keep them well informed before they make a decision. Keep
Yeah.
them well informed about the entire process before they make a decision. But not only that, I've been painting the last 4 days,
I'm surprised
so
you don't have paint in like your
it's
beard or something, dude. I expect you to hop on like paint all over the place here. Painting's a lot. Listen,
but
painting is
yeah.
fun. Like as men, we're like, we'll do it. Yeah, for sure. It's a lot. Like, yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, I painted the interior of my house. I don't know if I'd do it again. I really don't. I don't think I will. I really don't. I really don't.
But again, like I said, like like I said in previous videos, like when you take advantage of quick moving, you might make some compromises. And my wife and I made a couple of compromises, but we hit the ground running, and we've already did those 2 changes, and our house looks like completely different on the interior. And those are the things that we help you navigate, because we've got some families that are going through the to be built process currently, and they lean on us like, "Hey, Chris, these are all the options that I select because I want the convenience of it being completely built the way that I want it, but lean on us to be like, okay, like maybe you should definitely take a few of these things out because you can potentially get those things post closing at a more affordable price point, and it's not a headache, it's not a structural difference. It's like, for example, like installing a backsplash, like
Yeah,
things like miscellaneous projects that
sure.
that can be done at a more affordable price point post closing. So again, these are some of the things that will help you navigate. So again, this is an excellent community. I know a ton of families that are going to see this video, and they're going to go ahead and take a look at the website. Reach out to us before you go to the builder,
There you
because
have
when
it.
they see this location, it's going to be phenomenal. I
I
mean,
think
you've
it's gonna
got,
sell quickly. I really do.
yeah,
I'd
of
give
course,
this so 100 and how many homes total? 128. A year and a half,
128
2 years. I
homes.
think. I
Yeah,
really do. I really do. But that's just
and
hey,
with
I'm giving it 2 years. But hey,
mhm,
I can't give it my prediction. Just price point, location. I really do think it's gonna be there. But we're gonna be
absolutely.
going live Mondays at 5 p.m. This is a good opportunity for everybody to ask questions so we can do some Q&A stuff for you. We're going to be going over some new construction market reports, what's going on, what we're seeing in the market, try to give you an opportunity to talk directly with. Chris, before you were on the team with us, we used to do all of our videos were live. So we used to
Mm,
do live. So we used to you're recording this video
yeah,
right now. We would be doing it live, and we kind of got away from that just for scaling purposes. But we're gonna be bringing back the live once a week, Mondays at 5. You need to be there. Anything else before we wrap it up?
hey, give us a call, shoot us a text, whether it's this community or any surrounding community in Florida. You've got the number right there. Shoot us a text, give us an email, so that way we can set up a consultation call to better understand your situation. And they've got some pretty massive lots in this community. So again, if you're someone that's looking to buy within the suburbs of Tampa to have access to everything and have a large piece of land, this is a community that could be an option for you. So again,
That's the
reach
one
out to
right there.
us.
Those guys right there, they're walking on my lot, man. That corner of my lot, that was my lot right there for sure. I agree. Before you reach out to the builder, make sure you reach out to us. Chris, I thought this was a great community. We can get you all the information if you need that. Make sure you reach out. If you made it this far, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.